This is the example question 7 on critical path analysis, page 420 of your textbook. They've just asked us to draw an activity network, do forward and backward scanning, write the critical path and the minimum time to complete the project. So you might have to do one or two drafts when you do this. We start by looking at where the starting and finishing activities are. The activities that have no immediate predecessors don't need anything done before they happen. So these three, PQR, come straight off the start. All of those can be done at the start. Any activity that isn't a predecessor for something else goes straight to the finish. So Y isn't on this list. So remember, this means that S needs P to happen first. Y doesn't have to happen before anything else, so that means Y happens at the end. So it's a really good idea to scan along and work out what your starting and finishing activities are. I have a bit of a look to see if anything's really dominating this list. I see that R is needed there and RTU are needed there. So since R is on two different ones, but it's not exactly matching what's needed, that says I'm going to need a dummy. Nothing in particular is dominating it. Oh, sorry about the noise there. So if I saw that there was one thing that was needed quite a lot, I'd possibly put it in the middle or something like that. Just turn off the sound, sorry. So we'll start at the start. PQR can come off that. And I normally start just putting the letters. I don't worry about the weeks because this might take a couple of drafts. And the finish needs Y. And I find it actually helps me to put the start and the finish both in and see how I'm going to join them up. Then start working through. S needs P, and if we have a little bit of a look along, U needs S. S isn't joining with anything else, that's all that S is needed for is U. So that says that from P I can go straight across with S, put my vertex in, and then U can come straight off that. Before I get carried away putting U in though, because U joins up with some others to all be required for W, I'll have a look at what else I can put in. T needs Q, and T is going to be needed here along with RTU. So let's bring T along the middle there. So R, T, and U are all needed to converge on the same space. Because W comes off those three, R, T, U all need to do that, and then W can come off. Now, because R is needed somewhere else, I'll want this R to be a dummy. I want this R to be a dummy because that means that this R can be on its own to feed into V. So, oh, there's R. Okay, so I can have a dummy coming up from R, and I want T and U to come together, and U comes off S. So let's extend T out a little bit more and have U. Oh, I meant to get Y on the same. I like putting them all in the center line if I can, but I've put Y one further up. It doesn't matter at all. So I've got T and U, and I want a dummy coming up from R, and that's got RTU all coming together to give me W. Y needs W, so that can feed in there. Y also needs X. X needs, that's a V. Sorry about my dodgy writing. And V comes off R. So R X has to come up to there. So that is our activity network. Sorry about my dodgy line. And you see the thinking process that let me put that all together. If I'd screwed up somewhere, which would be quite likely, I'd probably then, do a revised copy. Now what we need then is we need to put in all the durations and our arrows, of course, everything heading towards the finish, times P You see how I drew it quite big? The bigger the better, really, because I'll need to fit in all these times and all those boxes for forward and backward scanning. So my times and arrows are in. All right, and a double box at every vertex. Make sure we actually put vertices in. So every vertex gets a double box. Did I get everything? Looks like it. So then it's forward and backward scanning. And we start with forward scanning, we start at 0. And this is moving along the path. And for forward scanning, we're always taking the largest value. Now this is nice and easy because there's only one way of coming into this vertex. 0 plus 4 is 4. There's only one way of coming into this vertex. 4 plus 3 is 7. But there's 1, 2, 3 ways of coming into this one. So I'll have to get everything done first so I can work out which is the longest time before I can start W. So this way, 5. This way, 12. So 7 plus 3 would be 10. 5 plus 6 would be 11. 12 plus 0 would be 12. So the longest time to get all of these done so that U, T, and R are all done so that we can start W is 12 weeks. So the 12 is what goes there. I can't start W until all of that, and that are finished, and the longest one is 12 weeks. Then we keep going. So this has 2 ways coming into it. I've got to check this one at the same time. 12 plus 4 is 16. So this is 12 plus 8 is 20, or 16 plus 13 is 29. We take the largest one. 29 plus 6 is 35. So that says it takes 35 weeks to finish this project. Now we do our backwards scanning, and our backwards scanning is useful for finding the critical path or any float times. So we put our 35 here because these two are the same, and follow back, always taking the smallest possible value. 35 minus 6, 29. 29 minus 13 is 16. 29 minus 8. Did I get something wrong somewhere? Well, it is 21. I've subtracted a wrong number in my draft somewhere. keep going back. Now here I've got to see which one's the lowest. 16 minus 4 is 12. 21 minus 0 is 21, so I take the lowest one, which is 12. Coming up here, 21 take away 3, 18. 18 take away 3, 15. Now I can't do this one. I can, I know it's going to be 0, but let's follow the rules. 21 take away 6 is 15. So I've got this one, and this one, and I take the smallest value. It's always going to be 0 coming back to the start because 12 minus 12 is 0. One of them's going to come back to 0. Then to find the critical path, you circle all the vertices where the two numbers are the same, because those are the vertices where there's no possible flexibility. That's the path that takes the longest, so that's what defines the fact that it takes 35 weeks. And so the critical path is from the start R, V, X, Y, or you could have put dashes. So that's a run through of critical path analysis, making an activity network, doing forward and backward scanning to work out the time to finish and the critical path.